Check, check, 1, 2. Okay. Hey everybody, it's John again from Gasper's Automotive Restoration. Actually, I should start it. Okay, everybody, so we are up in the storage area here, and we have the 1927 American LaFrance up here, and I'm just going to start doing a little walk around this guy here, and then we're going to take it for a drive. We did a lot of work to this truck, and we had a lot of problems with the drivetrain. This thing came in with, you know, the customer said they had difficulty starting the engine. They couldn't start the engine, and they said that, you know, they really wanted to get the brakes checked and, you know, make sure that the brakes worked and stuff like that. And I didn't realize that this truck had not driven anywhere yet when this customer got this thing. He had not driven it down the road at all. And so other than not being able to get the engine started, he really didn't know a lot about this thing, to be honest. And it was new to him. So we had to go through and try to figure out, you know, what was really wrong with it. So I started with the engine, and we did some repairs on that, and we got the thing running pretty quickly. Needed basic tune-up and things like that. A little bit of carburetor work, but not much. I think the carburetor had been done. I think we just did some adjustments, really, and the radiator in the truck had been redone, and having the radiator redone was really, really nice because we didn't have to worry too much about cooling. Well, there was a bunch of stuff inside the engine that the customer didn't know about, and it got pushed into the radiator when we started it and tried it, and I didn't realize that. So we had to take the top of the radiator off right here, unbolt this, and clean this out. And once we did that, we put it back together, tuned everything, and the engine runs really nice. The Stromberg SF3 carburetor is in great shape. That was completely professionally rebuilt. The generator and the regulator started working magically. The other day, I was out test driving this thing, and all of a sudden I noticed the ammeter was showing charge when I hit the gas pedal. So that was really cool. So without doing anything, the generator and the regulator right here, which looks like it got smashed somehow by somebody before us. The cover is gone, and this is kind of pot metal here. Probably not in the best shape originally, but this is working, so I'm not going to touch it. But that was really cool. We got that going. The radiator is really clean. We got all new bolts in here. We did new welting, hood lace on the. We did new hood lace on the radiator here. And the hood lace over on this side here was actually in really nice shape. We left it alone. This has been replaced at some point in its life, but just a nice, cute truck. And so the engine really wasn't that big of a problem. It was the transmission, and you'll see in the previous video, the first video, that this thing was groaning coming down the street and everything. It was really, really just, you know, not happy. And so we got this thing all torn apart. We had to take the drive shafts out. We had to take the transfer case cover off right in here. And you'll see in here that you can see all the new bolts, the new lock washers here, and we got this all sealed up now. And we put new bearings in the idler shaft and also the main shaft down in the bottom. We did not put new bearings in the top. The customer opted not to do that. He does not plan on pumping the truck right now, did not want to do that, so that's okay. Nothing's going to fall down now. No ball bearings are going to pop out and possibly take out his transfer case while he's driving. And it took care of all the noise. You could hear the noise on the first video. It was pretty bad. It was really, really bad, actually. And so we did that. We ended up rebuilding the transmission. We had to take the transmission out, and let me see if I can pull this up here quick. Let me just set you guys down for a minute. tight. There it goes. That way I had that parking brake set really good. But you can see down in here, we cleaned up the transmission and got everything. We took the top off and took the transmission out and rebuilt it. Everything's nice and clean down here now, and everything's runs quiet. We got the drive shafts all figured out. That was a new learning experience with that style drive shaft. Just all kinds of different things that we encountered here that were not related to what the customer thought was the problem. So all the drive shaft stuff, transfer case, transmission stuff's all fixed. We did check the brakes on this truck. The brakes are in good shape. There's nothing wrong with them. We readjusted everything. So the parking brake, as you could see, I was having trouble releasing it. It works really good. It's holding very well. So that's working great. And the service brakes are working great too. And we redid all the power brake stuff. Let me go around and show you all that. We've got the power brake. We got the vacuum actuator, the vacuum can right here. That's all redone. We have the vacuum switch here, all rebuilt. This works perfectly. In fact, the other day we were working on this thing, and we had to make an adjustment, so we had to disconnect these two vacuum lines, and I had the engine off for maybe, I don't know, 3-4 minutes, and this thing just really holds an awesome vacuum. Works really, really good. So this thing works really, really well for stopping the truck, and we were able to make all those adjustments and put everything back in. So, I'm gonna have to. I gotta tighten this thing up right here. I forgot about this. I'll do that later. One little nut there we forgot. That's just a lock nut anyway for the yoke. It's nothing to do with safety. So we also did new tires and just all kinds of little stuff around this thing. We just tried to fix as much as we could within the customer's budget. And sometimes here at the shop, that's what we have to do. Not everybody's got a huge budget on things, and some things we just can't fix for you if you don't have the money. But most of the time, we can usually get the truck fixed up and down the road safely for you, and make it so you can use it and enjoy it. So, but this American LaFrance is a real sweetheart. It's a really neat truck. It fits in a garage space. This thing, it would fit right in your regular 24 by 24 garage, no problem. It's short enough for a regular 8-foot door, I believe. Maybe that might catch up there on the hose reel, maybe. But other than that, the truck fits right in. It's only, I think, 6.5 feet wide, which is normal for most of these older trucks from the 20s and 30s. So, but I guess the only thing left here is to take this thing for a test drive. So let's go. I want you to hear how fast this thing starts up now. I just started it up to move it here in position to do the video, and it had been sitting. I had to choke it a little bit to get it going, but now it's choked. It's off the choke. Let's just see what happens. This thing runs awesome. This Buddha engine is just great. Now this thing's got a 3-speed transmission. Unfortunately, the shifter's underneath your leg. Want to make sure my garage door closes. It's cold out here in New England this time of year. Great day for a drive, though. Not too bad. Got to wave to everybody, right? Everybody loves an antique fire truck. Now you can just cruise right along with this guy, and it's good for probably 40, I think. That's about it. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not because I got this wind up here. There's no windshield, but we drove this to lunch the other day for a test drive, and we went across town. It wasn't quite this cold, but it was a bit warmer, but it was a nice ride. Going right around Manchester Memorial Hospital here, now owned by Hartford Healthcare. Gears in this transmission are tight. It goes into gear. I'm shifting without using the clutch. I don't know if you can see my feet, but I'm just shifting by old school, no clutch, and it start off in second. Right into third. She drives great. Just a little sweetheart of a truck. Doesn't get that bad of gas mileage either for what it is. A lot of these older fire engines, like my American LaFrance, they're pigs on fuel. This thing is really good on gas for what it is. This is probably about a 10,000 pound truck, 10,000 pounds, and it gets pushed along by this engine pretty well. There we go. Unfortunately, this isn't a great time of year. It's not a lot of people outside. Summertime, there's a lot more people around, wave to and stuff, but Let's see what Manchester Fire Rescue's up to. You know what, on second thought, it's too cold. It is way too cold right now. I'm going to turn around. My hands are freezing. This thing doesn't have a lot of takeoff speed. It's geared like it's a stump puller gears. Yeah, just not a good day. My hands are getting really cold. I can't drive this thing too far. They must have had their firefighter gloves on, big wool gloves back in the day or something. No windshield is pretty rough. I can only imagine this thing when it's 10 degrees out, 20 degrees outside, driving to a fire call in the wintertime with the snow blowing. See if I can make this turn here. Oh yeah. There we go. All right, everybody, close that door. There we go. I hope you guys like this video, the series of videos on this truck. We had a great time working on this thing. Please, like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Get them to subscribe to this channel. Anybody that you know, we really appreciate it. It really helps us out. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. It helps us keep making more of these videos. I love doing this. I love fixing these antique fire trucks and making these videos for everybody. And we keep getting more and more subscribers. So that's very exciting and it's awesome. My goal this year is to get to, maybe 5,000 or 6,000 subscribers. So we're well on our way to that. And you guys take care at home and keep that old line running.